Greece, the land that gave us democracy, the Olympics, philosophy, and an unapologetic love for cheese, olive oil, and desserts, so sweet they could probably power the Parthenon lights. Greek sweets are steeped in history, drenched in honey, and often come with enough syrup to make Poseidon jealous. Many of these treats trace their origins back thousands of years, influenced by ancient trade routes, Byzantine kitchens, and Ottoman spice markets. Greece's strategic position in the Mediterranean meant it was constantly swapping recipes with its neighbors, sometimes willingly, sometimes because of, let's call it, conquest-based cultural exchange. Today, we're taking a sugar-dusted stroll through the top 10 sweet desserts in Greece. Warning, you might need an elastic waistband for this journey. First stop,
Baklava.
the diva of Greek pastries. Layers of delicate phyllo dough, crushed nuts, and syrup so rich it could have its own bank account. While baklava's exact birthplace is debated, ancient Greek gastronomy books describe a dessert called gastris, made with nuts, sesame, and honey, layered much like modern baklava. By the Byzantine era, baklava-like sweets were served in imperial banquets, often flavored with cinnamon and cloves brought in from the east. Greek baklava stands out today for its use of local ingredients
Attica honey, Aegean almonds.
and the impossibly thin hand-rolled phyllo sheets that require both skill and stubbornness to make.
Galaktoboureko.
Yes, it's a mouthful to say, but so worth the effort. The name literally means milk pie in Greek, and it's been around since the Ottoman period, when custards and milk-based desserts became popular across the Balkans. The Greeks took it up a notch, with local sheep's milk, semolina-thickened custard, and that signature crispy phyllo crust. Records from 19th century Athens describe
Galaktoboureko.
as a luxury sweet served in coffee houses to well-to-do patrons. Today, it's a Sunday lunch favorite, best enjoyed fresh out of the oven when the syrup is still soaking into the crust. Translation: eat it fast, or the cousin who's just having one bite will beat you to it.
Loukoumades.
Small golden puffs of heaven with Olympic-level credentials. These honey-soaked dough balls date back to the very first Olympic Games in 776 BC. Ancient texts record that victors were crowned with olive wreaths and rewarded with honey tokens, fried dough drizzled in honey. The recipe survived the rise and fall of empires, traveling through Byzantine monasteries and Ottoman street stalls, finally becoming a national Greek comfort food. Modern loukoumades can be topped with cinnamon, crushed walnuts, or even chocolate, but in their purest form, they're a taste of history, crispy on the outside, cloud-like on the inside, and approved by Zeus himself, probably.
Portokalopita.
A citrus dream with surprisingly thrifty origins. In rural Greece, leftover phyllo scraps were never wasted. Bakers would shred them, mix them into a yogurt-based custard, flavor with fresh orange zest, and soak the whole thing in syrup. The rise of orange cultivation in the Peloponnese during the late 19th century made this dessert a household staple. The name literally means orange pie, and its sunny flavor became especially popular in winter when oranges are at their peak. Eating it is basically like drinking in the Mediterranean sun, minus the sunburn.
Kataifi.
Looks like a pastry got a perm, and we mean that as a compliment. This shredded phyllo specialty can be traced back to the Byzantine capital of Constantinople, where it was likely influenced by Middle Eastern kunafa. By the time it reached mainland Greece, kataifi had developed its signature nut filling, often walnuts or pistachios, and that all-important honey lemon syrup. Its delicate strands trap the syrup like a sponge, so each bite is sticky, crunchy, and completely irresistible. Just don't wear white while eating it. You've been warned.
Bougatsa.
Is the breakfast dessert hybrid you didn't know you needed. Its roots go back to the Byzantine Empire, where thin pastry sheets were wrapped around either savory meats or sweet fillings. The version we know today with creamy semolina custard rose to fame in northern Greece, especially in Thessaloniki and Ceres. Greek refugees from Asia Minor in the early 20th century brought their own bougatsa making techniques, making it fluffier and sweeter. Now, it's a morning ritual best enjoyed hot, standing at a counter, cinnamon drifting into your coffee.
Ravani.
Is a descendant of the ancient semolina cakes of Byzantium, flavored with citrus and sometimes mastic, that aromatic resin from Chios Island. Its cousin, Ravani, is also popular in Turkey, but the Greek version often leans on lemon or orange zest for brightness. By the 18th century, Ravani was a fixture in Greek homes, especially on feast days, thanks to its ability to soak up syrup without falling apart. It's one of those desserts that somehow gets better on day 2, though the challenge is making it last that long.
Melomakarona.
Are Greece's unofficial Christmas currency. The name combines meli, meaning honey, and makaria, meaning ancient funeral bread, showing its roots in ancient rituals where honey symbolized life and prosperity. Over time, the somber version morphed into a holiday treat filled with festive spices like cinnamon and cloves. By the late 19th century, mellow macarona had become a December essential, often made in huge batches for sharing with neighbors and guests. Dipping them in honey syrup after baking gives them that irresistible sticky sweetness.
Diples.
Literally meaning folds, are the edible embodiment of celebration. In rural Greece, they were a wedding tradition, symbolizing the couple's sweet and prosperous future. Made by rolling thin sheets of dough, frying them until bubbly, and folding them mid-air, diples were often topped with honey and crushed nuts. This tradition likely dates back to ancient ceremonial breads offered to the gods, later sweetened during the Byzantine era when sugar became more available.
Risogalo.
Is as humble as Greek desserts get, just rice, milk, sugar, and a hint of cinnamon. Yet its history stretches back to when rice first arrived in the Mediterranean via Arab traders in the Middle Ages. In Ottoman times, milk puddings became popular in palace kitchens, and the Greeks embraced their own version, often simmered slowly for hours. To this day, risogalo is served in homes, cafes, and even school cafeterias. It's the culinary equivalent of a hug from your grandmother. Greece's desserts aren't just sweets, they're edible history. Each bite carries centuries of tradition, cross-cultural influences, and the enduring Greek belief that food is best when shared. Whether you're here for the syrup, the crunch, or the citrus, there's something on this list calling your name. So, which Greek dessert would you smuggle home in your suitcase? Drop your pick in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more sugar-coated adventures.
Until next time, Kali Orexi.
Who in the hell was that?